everything for you. So press it down. The tip is pointed and then it shape it like 45 degrees. So then when you press it gentle, don't have to do it really aggressive, and press it again. So can you see like a 3D? Can you see the Omega gel? Press it down, and you don't have to go with perfect, because is this really cool about is Omega gel is not going to dry or to set until you're going to cure. So you can have like this petals, and you can like create the crease and spread it out, and then you go back and place with the rest of the other two. So press down, same techniques that I shared with you when you are doing a Glitz 40 gel to create a 3D flowers. Only different is this is like super clear, and you can have an option to bleed this beautiful flowers as it is. I kind of like it like this, but then you can definitely adding a chrome on it. You can add any color of the chrome you prefer, because this is absorbing your chrome pigment beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna using the tips and create a little bit of a beautiful, that's like pointed leaf right there. And this is like beautiful. It's so adorable. All right, if you're happy with this, we are a go ahead and not clear yet, because here's something is beautiful about Omega gel. It's like Omega is all in one. You can definitely is adding your crystal on first. Add some frame on. What's going to do? Okay. Give a good press down. So I'm taking advantage from this, and I'm going to add some centerpieces here first, okay? And now we're going to do it really flash key. We'll flash key for 30 seconds because we want to add some chrome on it. So you don't want it to completely 60 seconds. And just a little bit. We'll just add just a little bit. You see that and how much it is? If you see it in person, so beautiful. And then if you want to see your fusions, like a marble looks underneath, you can definitely... Look at that. Oh, so beautiful.
Now you see a much more defined.
A lot on. Look at that. And I did the matte top coat on first, because if I do a shiny top coat, it will higher chance to like absorbing and pick up a lot of my excess pigment. So when you do a matte top coat, it won't do that to you. I'm gonna want to keep it for some of a crystal designs. I'm gonna add just a little bit, not much. Apply the good layer, not too thick, not too thin. Too thick, it's gonna flood your crystal. Too thin, it's going to not adhere your crystal properly. So for first time trying in and you start feeling that your crystal running everywhere or floating everywhere, you might apply a little bit too much of your condensed glue gel and no wet top coat. So when you do it again, give it a try again, and then do a little bit less, and you will get hang of it easy, I promise. And then floating in a wet top coat. Okay, when we're floating the top coat on the top of the condensed glue gels, I am go ahead and cap the flower as well. Remember that we just put the pigment on, or else it's not gonna last. So I'm gonna go around first, and then you're gonna cap this. So a little bit slightly different, okay? If you are doing your Omega gel without pigment, you don't have to cap it, it's dry. But if you put the pigment on, you make sure you cap it to protect your pigment powder in there. I'm gonna add a couple of, no, maybe I should do a frame. If you have a long frame, you can definitely cut it, okay? I have a client that she loves everything. Like, can I have ombre and can I have crystal, and then crystal bling and cover everything. You don't have to. You can stop at any point which makes you happy and satisfied with. You know, here for 60 seconds. And as a bit confidence when you are doing for your clients, and also as well as when the clients feel so good when they are wearing it without any of the troubleshoot at all. They can still do normal activities with the beautiful nails that they are getting from you. So I'm gonna go ahead and check. This is part have is two end, the other end have the precisely brush. So just in case that you have is the more of a metal frame like this, you can definitely using a brush, which is allow you to exist into more precision glue gels. And but then this is I have a really a smaller bars. I'm gonna using this end, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this part of the needle right here. Give it a quick check. I feel it's a little bit scratchy right here. It's gap right here. I'm gonna squeeze just a little bit, and I'm gonna show you how much I need, like just that much. You can definitely repeat this step more than one time if you feel like when you're doing a big crystals, big centerpiece crystal, and you feel it's still scratchy, you can definitely repeat it. Just remember to flash key between each time you are going to seal it, to just prevent it from getting like loading too much of your precision glue gels and floating everywhere. So we want to seal all the beads. You see that how I just run around the crystal to make sure that the crystal will check on the base. You don't need to coat it or cap on the top of the crystal because you don't want it to taking away from a cut and the beautiful facets of your beautiful crystals. I'm gonna seal on that metal to make sure it's not catching on the hair, and also it's not going to get tarnished fast and easy. All right, so as I say, you can always repeat it if you feel like you are going to need it. Like with this one, I seal cap 2 or 3 times because if I feel a little snag right here, I'm gonna seal it again until it completely seal. So cure for 60 seconds on this one. So
There you go. Just look out. And spin. There you go. Right, moving.